in our prediction show for 2025, I predicted, my bold prediction is that Payton Talbott will be the breakout winner for 2025 as far as MMA is concerned. A bold prediction, but he's fighting early, and I think if he fights 3 or so more times, he's in a tremendous spot around this time next year. And so without further ado, let us say hello to our old friend, the great Payton Talbott. There he is. Hello, Payton. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Ariel?
If I wasn't such an avid watcher of your YouTube channel, I would be shocked by your current look because you have changed so much since we last spoke. And so we must start there, Payton. What happened? I mean, what happened to the hair? What happened to the hair? What did you do to the hair? It was so lovely. Not to say that this isn't lovely, but it was a shocking moment when we all got the clip of you, I think, sparring on a particular. I mean, look at that. What a difference. I'm sorry.
That picture's terrible.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What happened to the hair? What happened?
I got rid of it.
Well, clearly, yes.
Hit him with a little change up, you know.
You just were getting tired of it, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just good to change it up a little bit. And it's just, I don't know. Image is just a construct. Your hair is not who you are. So.
Okay. Do you like the new look?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I just get to roll out of bed and not touch my hair. So I haven't felt that in a long time, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't know. Just things change. Your appearance changes. It's good to just like break that pattern of like how people see you because you just recreate yourself.
I love that. Are you gonna? Do you think you'll like cut it all the way down to this to grow it back, or you think you're done with that look?
I don't know. I'll grow it out eventually at some point. I love my long hair, so I'm sure I'll. I don't know. Winter was tough with it being short. Like my head was really cold.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can do that next winter.
You know, I'm very in touch with the kids and the lingo as we've discussed. So what would you say your aura level was with the long hair, and now your aura level with the short hair? What would you say? I'm just curious. I don't know, like, how did that work? So what would you say? What number would it be? 10,000 with the short hair, negative 10,000 with the long, or what do you say?
Yeah, I'm in the negatives. What am I gonna do? I lost all my aura. I'm not the same fighter. I'm gonna get my butt kicked. What am I gonna do?
But the stash, I think, kind of evens things out.
Yeah, I literally just shaved it like today.
Oh,
I'll probably get rid of it.
You had a beard.
I did, yeah. It's growing fast now, Ariel. I'm getting old.
Look at you.
I don't like the facial hair thing. It's like you get lazy for 3 days and it's just there.
No, it's good. It's good. By the way, what's going on behind you over there with the screen? What are we looking at?
Yeah, that's Aphex Twin warehouse project. So if you're bored and want something to listen to, it's a good one.
What is this, a music video, or is this just like a loop of images?
Yeah, it's like a hour and a half set, I think, and then they just like took shots of the audience and stuff and put AI like editing software over it. So it's just fun to look at.
How do you feel about AI?
I like it. I mean, it's kind of scary, but if you put it in the right hands, I think you can do some really powerful things. And I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like parts of it are really scary. And it's like you put power in the wrong hands anywhere, and it's a scary thing. But if you put it in the right creative hands, I think you can see what's behind me. People create some really special stuff.
You're just 26, but you strike me as a bit of an old soul. And so there was a part of me that thought that you would say like, nah, I don't like that. Like, give me an old school VHS tape, a VCR, and I could rock out with that.
Normally I would say that, but I mean, I've been like researching it, and like I've gotten into like coding softwares for editing and stuff, and it's just like fascinating the amount you can like push certain parameters of a video, and like just artistically, there's like endless possibilities.
Okay. You know, your YouTube channel is my favorite. I'm not trying to gas you up here, but it's legit. I mean, I watched the latest drop, 40 something minutes. I watched the whole thing today. It's an incredible watch. Here's a little taste of the intro. I mean, it's a real trip, as they say. We've got all kinds of imagery. We have all kinds of, a lot of it kind of goes over my head. I'm not supposed to probably even know what some of this stuff means if we're being honest. But look at this stuff. It's unbelievable. It's a look into your mind. There's a little bit of Spanish in there. You spent some time in Mexico. You're speaking Spanish. But then we get, if I may, we get into like the real meat and potatoes of the video, which is like 40 something minutes. You and your friend wearing a suit in Mexico. And I do have to ask you, Payton, because here you are talking to your friend. What's this young man's name in the suit who always wears the suit?
That's William, one
Yeah.
of the three-person team, me, William, and Andres.
Shout out to William. But are you sitting on a window ledge, on a chair on a window ledge? Like if you move a couple inches, will you fall off the window there? What is going on here? Because it looks like there's nothing between you and the window ledge.
Yeah, there's pretty small little ledge there. If I fell, it wouldn't have been good. But yeah, that was like my hotel room in Mexico. It was just like the ledge.
Yeah,
And
so it appears as though he's sitting in the balcony and you're sitting outside of the balcony.
yes, that is I mean, that's just like a representation of our relationship. We're both, I don't know, William tends to stay on more the safe side of
Mm.
like thrill seeking, and then I think I bring him the other way at times.
Very clearly, and I like that. I actually have a lot of friends. Like most of my best friends are full of tattoos and are crazy, and they like to smoke and take drugs. And I think we get along because I'm more of. I think I'm more William, if you know what I'm saying. I'm more kind of the straight guy, even though I aspire and sort of like I dream of being the guy who sits on the ledge. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm just wondering, to make that decision, you have so much. Maybe it's an optical illusion, but you have so much ahead of you. I mean, as a person watching that, I'm nervous on your behalf that you like are going to move and fall off the balcony. No, like, was it?
Oh, you were worried about me?
I was very worried. In fact, doesn't someone
Oh,
yell at you at some point to say like, when are you going to wrap this up?
oh yeah, the hotel workers were like, "You gotta get up." Like they said it in Spanish. I can't even remember, but they told me to get down. I was like, "You mean jump?"
No. Oh Jesus. I mean, if your management or the UFC saw that, they'd be mortified.
Do you think so?
I don't know. You don't think so? Maybe it's part of the
I
appeal.
mean, my manager likes it. He loves it. I do stuff like that. I think maybe the UFC wouldn't like it as much, but I feel like it's one of those things where until you get hurt, that's when they start giving you strikes. As long
Okay.
as I am like okay and show up to my fight, then I don't think they're too concerned.
Okay. Like as long as you don't like punch a computer and like mess up your knuckle or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, something really stupid like that. Yeah.
The stuff is great, man. I really enjoy it. It's so different than anything that's out there. And this one was a particularly long one. It was like like I said, it was like 40 something minutes, right?
Yeah, this one was a little different too. He wanted to kind of change it up because it was just like a kind of Christmas, New Year special thing. And usually we just put stuff out without a lot of context. So we just wanted to go the other way and kind of like make people just like sit and listen, instead of just get like bombarded with like visual and like audio stimulation. So yeah, it was cool. We got to just like talk about stuff that we're passionate about, give some shout outs to like smaller artists that we really enjoy and use in the YouTube that I thought that was super cool. Just them being able to have a moment.
What were you doing in Mexico?
Just
Just messing around.
hanging out,
Okay.
taking care of some business, Ariel.
Okay. All right.
Investing. I was investing.
Oh, in what?
Just some stuff down there. There's a whole world of like creative endeavors down in Mexico. They're very artistic people, and I'm just planting seeds.
I get it.
Little,
Okay. Yeah. You're investing in yourself.
yeah, always.
I saw you at the PI over there, and you did a whole interview in Spanish. I didn't know you were bilingual.
I'm not very bilingual,
I
but
mean, you were rocking it over
I
there.
learned. Yeah, I learned a lot while I was down there. But I mean, I think I did 90% of it in Spanish, but I always took it in school, so I have like a good base. And then just being there in the culture and like talking to people in Spanish every day, it helps a lot. But I think it's important, like when you go down into a different country that speaks a different language, to like fully immerse yourself. And sometimes that means learning the language, eating the food, just doing all the things. I think it's really important.
My favorite thing about that video is that you're making a great attempt to speak in Spanish, and they're still hitting you with the subtitles in Spanish.
I know. The couple times they corrected like my
Yeah,
plural,
yeah,
past and present tense, which is fine.
and so I just if you don't mind, I'm not trying to like parse through your whole interview, but there were just a couple of things that stood out. In particular, one because I consider myself, a loyal guy. I have friends who I'm very close to, and you mentioned at one point that your friends gave you like a shot that was filled with like a disgusting concoction that made you throw up for 2 days, and one of the things that was in there was expired dog food. And so my reaction to that was like, I don't know if I'd be friends with those people anymore if they gave me that. And so why did they give you this drink, and why did you drink it?
Oh, I've dished it out just as much,
Oh,
Ariel.
all right.
Like I've done pretty much the same thing to them. But we were playing a game, and one of the punishments I lost, and one of the punishments was having to drink this drink that they all made. At times I hadn't lost, and I was actually the one filling the drink, so you gotta drink it at that point.
And you're throwing up for 2 days. Like you're gonna inhale this thing and you're gonna be sick.
I didn't think it. Nobody had gotten sick. I was the first one that got sick, and I think it was because I put the expired dog food in there. So I was the first one that really got sick, and then we kind of like stopped playing it after that.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I was gonna get sick when I drank it.
What else was in there?
Oh, I don't even know because I wasn't watching them the whole time. But when I got sick, I asked them like what was in there, and that was one of the things they listed. But there's all kinds of like spices and oils, and I don't know, dude. There could have been like toenails,
Oh,
pubes, like
and
all the things.
and
You
will you
never
do this
know.
again, or does this end it? Like you getting sick, does that end the particular game that you play with them?
No, I mean that was when I was like 15, so
Oh,
I haven't done it since then.
okay, all right. Wow, 15. Jeez Louise. All right, and these are still friends?
Yeah, yeah. One of them is right on the couch over there.
Oh, okay. Do you
Well,
live with other people?
yeah, I have two of my really close friends that I live with. Andres lives with me on and off throughout the year, and then we just have some people in and out.
You've also been acting, right? Like you dropped like several clips that are like it's a movie, right? That you're acting in?
Well, yeah, we put out like a short film on YouTube
Yeah.
where I mean it was supposed to just be like a small like 2 to 5 minute skit, and then we just kept like adding more and more stuff that we wanted to do. But we filmed that over like 4 days. So I don't know. William did a phenomenal job. Digital Wave Studios did a great job with the soundtrack. They actually watched the whole thing from start to finish and just played along to it, and that's where we got the soundtrack from.
Wow.
And then Andres did a phenomenal job with the cinematography and camera work. So it was a super small team, but I thought it turned out really good given that we shot it over 4 days, came up with it last second. If we had time and like more energy, I think we would have put a lot more stuff in it. But
It's
yeah.
super impressive. Yeah. Is this something you want to do more of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about acting. It's not that fun, but definitely more creating stuff and yeah, just putting stuff out there artistically that I like.
Are you more passionate about that than fighting? Is fighting a means to do more of that, or are like is it not fair to even compare the two?
No, I think it's kind of the same thing. Like a performance is like something you put out there, and once it's out there, it's there forever. It's like it's just there for people to judge. You can't really take a win or a loss back or how you looked. And then these things that I put out there, it's the same thing. Like you're vulnerable at times, and you spend time like crafting this thing, and then you put it out into the public, and then it's just like there forever for people to judge. So I don't know. I think they're the same thing, but I like them for that reason. It's like cool to look back on it and see, how you looked when you were vulnerable in front of thousands of people.
Some people have to like draw upon dark experiences and go to a dark place when they fight to bring out the rage and the anger, have some animosity, hate their opponent. Do you need that? Do you go there?
No,
No.
I no. I mean, it's like a really cool thing that I get to do. I love that I'm able to do it. I feel super fortunate. It's just exciting. I mean, I feel it's probably all the emotions. It's excitement. It's love. Um, it's like power, and there is like a little bit of like violent and dark emotion in there, but it's just as dark as you can go the opposite way, you know.
But
I think they're both.
if you eventually meet someone who is going to really come after you and poke you and try to make this personal, do you think you will feel other emotions?
Probably. I'm not I'm not gonna say that I'm only capable of feeling certain things, you know. Like
Sure.
somebody can bring out anything in you. But I hope that that does happen because that would just allow me to understand myself better. Um, and that's I don't know, that's kind of why I'm doing this. So yeah, it would probably give me some more answers to questions.
When you say that's why I'm doing this, I mean, most people, prize fighters, would say I'm doing this to get paid, ultimately, to get famous, to get paid, to advance. You're doing it to find out more about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I love the money and the pay is really nice, but it's really cool being able to understand yourself through another person. And I feel like that's the only way we really can understand ourselves. If you sit in a box that's just white walls, there's no difference between you and the walls. So it's like there's not really much you can understand, you
Okay.
know? But if you put yourself in a room with like three different people in the same room, you can understand yourself through the contrast of those three people. And I feel like there's no other easier way to do that than fighting because you're in direct contrast with someone. It's like you versus them. It's the most like clear way to define your ideals versus theirs.
Wow. So, and is that how you pit yourself up against your opponent? Because you're from different backgrounds, different ideologies, different people.
Yeah, a little bit. Um, I mean, it never goes that deep at times,
Okay.
but at the very basic level, it's just me versus them. And through, you know, all the interactions of fighting, you understand like who you are in a really stressful scenario against this person that's just completely different.
Do you try to, like Barcelos, who you're fighting on January 18th, do you try to learn about them, who they are? Do you go that deep into them? Not so much their fighting style, but like who they are internally.
Yeah, a little bit. And I don't know if that gives me an edge or anything. I think it's just like interesting to me. I'm going to be in there with a guy for 15 minutes, like trying to take his head off. So the least I can do is try to understand him and get the most out of the experience, you know, when I'm in there. I think if you just go in there and you like, it's kind of a stranger you're fighting, I don't know if it's as interesting or fun
Hmm.
for me, maybe personally, but um, yeah, it shouldn't just be about winning or losing. I think it's more than that.
How do you feel about Barcelos?
Um, he's pretty fast and explosive. He's getting up there in age. Uh, my roommate just whispered something, but
Oh, what do you whisper? Is he playing Call of Duty as
what
well?
did you whisper? His editing skills suck. He said his editing skills suck.
Oh, what? What did
They
he
hired somebody on it.
does he do
Huh?
videos?
I don't know. He just like posts posts stuff on Instagram. My roommate hates him. He
Wow.
hates him.
He hates
But
Barcelos because of his editing skills, not because of
I don't
like,
know. Barcelos is cool. He's fine. He's a veteran. Much respect.
but his
Shout
editing
out to
skills suck.
like 37 and still fighting and getting after it. But he just doesn't like his videos.
Okay, wow. Does he try to make like, avant-garde videos like you?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just like training footage.
Okay.
But as you could guess, like my friends aren't super into that world, so they probably just see it and they're just like,
They're like, who's this guy with his weak ass training videos, montages, right? There's no
they're just
flashing lights
supportive.
here. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. They're very critical. They're art people. They're creatives.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are just degenerates, but
Or that, yeah. Would you say that some of them are maybe like, they kind of look down on people who attempt to be creative? The word is escaping me right now. Like someone who's like, they think they're almost like above like they're, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? When someone is
condescending.
yeah, towards someone who will attempt to make something great and like, oh, look at this. This doesn't even hold a candle to what we're putting out.
Not really. I mean, I think my friends are just pretty critical in general. Like we've made fun of each other a lot growing up, and I think it's just like they can smell when something isn't like genuine.
Mm,
And I think, you know, if you're creating something and it's genuine and like it sucks, then it's like that's cool, dude. You really committed to that. And like, although it's not that good, I can respect you like putting yourself out there genuinely. But I guess when it's not, it's they can smell it and they're like, that's when they point the finger.
I heard you mention that you have friends around you who allow you to like bask in the limelight of all the good things that are coming your way, but also will humble you and will keep you grounded. And so, do you feel like a lot of good things are coming your way? Do you feel your star growing, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I do. I've it's just a lot of change. It's like it's weird because you'll have something you want to do in a month or two, or you'll have this like vision, and then things kind of change, and then you're like, how really worth it is that now? Um, but the one thing that those friends have done is like consistently shown up for me regardless. And I know that no matter like what happens with fighting or socially, like they're always going to be there. So it's really nice to have that like guaranteed stability. Um, but it's cool. I've met a lot of really cool people and I made a lot of really cool connections that are priceless in my eyes. And in the future, when I'm done with fighting, I'll have all these different ponds that I can dip into.
What was it like hanging with Frank Ocean?
Oh, it was cool. He's an interesting guy, super intelligent and like a very focused individual. But he's cool. Yeah.
Were you talking business or just hanging? How did that come about?
We were just hanging. We happened to be in the same city at the same time, and then he reached out to me after my fight and like congratulated me, and we've kind of gone back and forth online since then.
Damn.
But yeah, we just went and got some food.
It's impressive, man. Every time we speak, it's like, oh yeah, Tony Hawk and I were just chilling. Frank Ocean and I were just chilling. Is there like a bucket list one? Is there one that you would love? Like if you could have dinner with someone tomorrow, no matter where they're from, any walk of life, any period of time, who are you picking?
Probably Sam Hyde.
God, let me just Google Sam Hyde real quick.
Oh,
Who's
you're gonna Google him. Uh-oh.
who's Sam Hyde? Sam Hyde? Who's Sam Hyde? Artist, musician,
The Ghost of Kiev.
The Ghost of Kiev. Yes, great movie. No.
No, he's got accused of being like the Ghost of Kiev, and then that's how his like fame started.
Oh, wow. This is who you're choosing. Why?
Um, if you watch like any of his satire for more than like 30 minutes, it's kind of self-explanatory, but he's just a like really intelligent person, but he always spins his intelligence into a very schizophrenic and like degenerate way. Like, I don't, do you know? Fish Tank. It's like, yeah, have you seen the show Fish Tank?
No.
Okay, well, it's the show that he created that pretty much is it's like a show where he takes all these very strange people and puts them into a house. It's like a social experiment.
Oh, wow.
And it's a genius like business design because the streamers can pay a certain amount and fund it essentially, but then they can also add to the challenges by like sending challenges for them to do and pretty much just interacting with them. But it gives like yeah, it's 24/7 live and it gives viewers a way to invest and interact with the show so that it's like constantly changing. And I think that that's like the new wave is like streaming and getting payers to like interact
Wow.
with what
Okay.
they're watching.
Uh, have you ever heard of the Lovely Feathers?
No.
Okay, I didn't expect you to hear of them. Lovely Feathers were a great band that had two albums in the mid 2000s. I think like 2006, 2008. Full disclosure, I grew up with them, and I think the reason why I'm um, so fascinated in you and your exploits is because I grew up with a lot of kids who were exactly like you, who made movies like you, who talk like you, who are interested in the same things, believe it or not. And they were a band that I think, maybe I'm wrong, you may laugh in my face, that were supremely quirky and right up your alley. And I say quirky in the best way possible. These were like some of my best friends, the Lovely Feathers. If you could check them out, let me know if I'm right. Let me know if I'm totally off base here. They were super, super weird, but I listen to them all the time still to this day. I think they would be good. If you want to walk out to one of their songs next week, hey, that's on you. All I'm saying is, if you just check them out, let me know what you think of them, all right?
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. I'll bookmark them.
All right, cool. You tell me what you think of them. And I'll let you go in a moment. But I wanted to ask you about this other video that I saw of you on like some kind of dating show with the Full Violence crew. Now, this didn't seem very Payton Talbott-esque, if I'm being honest. It didn't seem very Payton Talbott-esque because everything you do is kind of the antithesis of fight or flight with, you know, six
Yeah.
women. Who convinced you
Yeah.
to do this, Payton? But well, just looking at your face right now, I'm not sure how you feel about it in retrospect.
Uh, they convinced me to do it. It was kind of ambiguous at first. It was just like, hey, we want to do just like this like special like dating show where you just like meet six girls, pick one, 5 minute kind of thing, 10 minute thing. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. They offered to pay me. And then it ended up being like 35 minutes and yeah, I'm sure you saw it and
This one I actually didn't go to the end on, if I'm being honest. I didn't feel like this was
fair
a
enough.
representation of the true Payton Talbott.
Yeah, I mean, I like women, so that is definitely a thing, but
Yeah, I know, but you didn't strike me as the dating show type of guy, or maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. I mean, I didn't really know exactly what it was going to look like until like right before, so I kind of committed to it and then it just happened, but I don't know. At the very least, met some people and me and Jack had a good time, so
Did you meet a girlfriend? Like, did you hook up with anyone? Like, are they? I don't know how long ago this was. Like, your hair is different, so
no.
no. Okay,
No.
you didn't find true love. Basically, is what I'm trying to
I
ask.
did not find true love, Ariel.
Unfortunately.
I have yet.
Okay, well, you're still very young, 26. Um, Intuit Dome, that's going to be fun, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't even know what it looks like in there, but I heard it's huge.
Yeah,
So
it's very
I'm
impressive.
excited. That's like where a lot of my people are in LA. So
Inglewood.
yeah, just the LA area and
Okay.
Costa Mesa, Orange County.
And after Barcelos, perhaps Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
That's the
let's
one
set
you
that
want.
up. Yeah, let's get that going.
You want that, huh?
I'd take that.
I saw
I'd take that.
you said it's Tate and Goggins. Those are the guys on your hit
Yeah,
list.
yeah, just a free for all. Like all
You
three of
versus
them.
both of them. Why do you hate Tate so much?
Ah, man, he's just like the antithesis of me. He's
Yeah, he
just
is.
it seemed like what I said in that video. It just seems like somebody cheated on him when he was younger, and now he like has this vendetta against women. I feel like he takes himself super seriously and is just like he's kind of a poison for masculine culture.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people would agree. It would be a great matchup. For now, we focus on Barcelos. It's always a pleasure. I genuinely enjoy these chats. I hope you do to some degree as well. I'm looking forward to your return on January 18th. Thanks for giving us some time. And shout out to Tenori as well. Great people over there. Great stuff. Love that you're repping
Yeah,
them. Will you have to take the nose ring out when you fight? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, shout out to Tenori and Reno Academy of Combat, my gym.
Love it. Thank you, Payne. All the best to you. Good luck. Looking forward to it.
All right,
There he
talk
is.
to you later.
The great Payton Talbott. Always a great chat with him. And once again, do yourself a favor. Go check out the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is unbelievable. Thanks for watching this video. Hey, before you go, do me a favor. Hit that sub button. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the little bell thingy as well. Leave us a nice comment or two. We appreciate you all very much.